Good afternoon. It's Thursday, June 4th, 20. You're listening and watching Michael Badaway Live. Let's go through some of the cool stuff that's happened today in history, just getting the ball rolling here. Start light. It's actually Socrates' birthday, famous Greek philosopher born on this day, 70 BC, before Christ. Um, Also, on this day in 1942, I don't know if you're familiar with Capitol Records. They're the original company that started sending demo discs of different artists to radio disc jockeys. So there you go. You can still send out your demo, and that's how it was done the original way. I mean, it's really hard to get on the air these days, but you've got to start somewhere. And they did. If they could do it, so can you. 1974, Paul McCartney gets a gold record both for his song Band on the Run and for the album Band on the Run. He actually did that one with Wings, funny enough. It was actually three different songs. I believe he wrote them when they were unfinished. He wrote them when he was with the Beatles, and then he just kind of tied them together. If you listen to Band on the Run, it actually changes to like two different times. There's three distinct tunes in there. It's very interesting. They all sound nice when they link together, but very distinct all on their own. In 87, this very day, the Eurythmics were playing in Berlin, and it was West Berlin. The crowd during the concert was chanting, "The wall must go." Funny, considering building new walls. 30 years or so later? How the earth and the world changes. And apparently our country, Canada here, our country wants us to do our job and eat more cheese. There's a big cheese surplus. So while maybe other foods are in high demand and low supply, there's a lot of cheese to go around, as if we weren't fat enough. Seriously, though, eat more cheese. It's good for you. It really is. And I would recommend Jensen cheese right here in Norfolk County. Excellent cheese. Quality, if you want quality. All right. A little bit more serious. This day in 1989, the infamous Tiananmen Square massacre in China. Thousands were killed by their army as they crushed a pro-democracy movement. So my heart goes out to those people. Again, we like to think we're so advanced, and yet all these horrible things keep happening. It's not just, hundreds of years ago. It's tens of years ago, or last year sometimes. It's just sad. Speaking of, sad and all that stuff, let's go to the virus now. 200 people have tested positive in the last few days here in my locale of Norfolk County. 200 actually farm workers, migrant farm workers, which means that these are people harvesting the vegetables that are getting sent all over the country that we're all eating. And it's again kind of concerning after all those people tested positive in the meat plants out west, and now this too. It's like, you're not safe apparently. So just so you know, a lot of the produce, just wash it before you eat it. I recommend putting it in a water and baking soda solution and just kind of letting it sit there for maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then, rinse it off thoroughly before you go ahead and eat it. Hopefully that it doesn't kill the virus, but at least you'll clean the gunk off of it. 200 people the last few days. We're doing so well here in Norfolk County. Anyway, just when they started opening things up. And remember, like most of the produce in Ontario and even in Canada, a lot of it comes from, right here. So the world numbers now, 6.6 million people infected around the globe. 389,000 human beings have passed away from COVID-19. In Canada, that number is significantly lower, 97,000 people infected with 7,500 dying. The United States leading the way in the world, 1.9 million infections and 109,000 deaths. Egypt with 29,000 infections and 1,000 deaths. Australia still doing quite well, 7,200 infected and 102 deaths for Australia. So there you have it, your virus update. That's what's going on in the world. If you've got any questions or comments, want to hear about a particular topic or anything along those lines, just want to chat, well, give me a comment, maybe drop a like, even subscribe. If you subscribe, that'd be great. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch up next time. I'm Michael Badaway saying sayonara.